Hey y'all, come make some sweet honey cornbread with me. Okay, so the ingredients are 3/4 cups of yellow cornmeal, 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 3/4 cup of sugar, white granulated sugar, a half tablespoon of baking powder, 1 stick of melted salted butter, 1 egg. You're going to use a half cup plus 2 tablespoons of milk, honey to taste, and vanilla bean paste to taste. Let's get to making it. Okay, so we're going to start by melting that stick of butter, and you're just going to melt it a little bit and still have chunks of softened butter in there, because that's going to help cool it down while it's in that melted state so it doesn't cook your egg. Okay? Next thing we're going to do is preheat our oven to 350. And we'll start out by mixing our dry ingredients. I've added 3/4 cups of yellow cornmeal and the 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour. And then we have our baking powder. We only need a half tablespoon. So if you don't have a half tablespoon measurement, you can use 1 teaspoon plus a half teaspoon. That will make a half tablespoon. Just level it off. Okay, there is the baking powder. Next, we're going to add our granulated sugar. I have a 1/4 cup measurement here, so I'm going to put 3 of these in, and I am not leveling them off. It's going to be what it's going to be. Sweet. So we're putting 3 of those in there. So as you can tell, the dry ingredients so far are pretty much one part on the flour, cornmeal, and the sugar. So that's the dry ingredients mixed together. We're going to mix it together. Okay, that's nice and mixed. Now, one thing I can't stand is working in a dirty kitchen. So let me clean up all the things that I've already used, and I'll be right back. Okay, so in a separate bowl, I'm adding my wet ingredients. I put in 2 tablespoons of milk. It's whole milk. You can use whatever type of milk you like to use. The 2 tablespoons equals 1/8 cup, and then 1/2 cup of that milk as well. And then I have 1 large egg I'm going to add. And I save my eggshells for my plants. I put the, I grind it up and put the eggshells in with the dirt and mix it up to give my plants some calcium. All right, and then next we're going to add this butter. And that's our 1 stick of salted melted butter, slightly melted. Then we're going to add the honey to taste. You can put in as much as you want. I'm going to say that this is what I'm putting in is going to be about 1/8 cup. And then we're going to get some vanilla bean paste in there. And we're not going to use a whole bunch, just a little bit. We're not baking a cake. We're making cornbread. Sweet cornbread, that is. Honey. Sweet honey cornbread. So we're going to mix this, the wet ingredients together. Get that egg incorporated. Okay, so that's all mixed in. And then we're just going to pour it in. So we do have a few chunks of butter in there, and that's fine. So you're going to mix this up. That is nice and mixed. And I've prepared an 8x8 Pyrex dish with butter. And I have butter all over it because you want some nice buttery crispy edges with your cornbread. I'm going to use my spatula and pour this in. Okay, we got it in there, and we're going to spread it out evenly. And this is just a little small batch of cornbread. If you want a large batch, all you have to do is double all the ingredients that I've put in here. But being that I'm an empty nester, I don't need to make as much as I used to. All right, so we're going to put this in the oven on 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 25 minutes. So while your cornbread is cooking, go ahead and take this time to clean up your work area. All right, see you in a little bit. So look at this beautiful golden yummy goodness. So what I did was melted a tablespoon of butter. And then to it, I'm adding a tablespoon of honey. All right, and then we're just going to mix this together. And this is going to be our topping for our Sweet Honey Cornbread. Oh man, I wish y'all were here to smell it. It smells so good. It smells so delicious. So yummy. Okay, get that nice and mixed. And then get our pastry brush. And we're just going to brush this on this cornbread. Brush it on. Brush it on. And then after we brush it on, we're going to let it sit for a few minutes to soak it up. Especially into those crispy edges. Oh my goodness, this be some delicious sweet honey cornbread. Make you want to write home to mama about it. Yes. Okay, we're going to let that sit for about 5 minutes. So it's been a few minutes. We're about to taste the finished product. That is delicious. That's some good cornbread. And it tops off, the sweetness of it just tops off a savory meal. So make sure you guys make some of this cornbread. You can even eat this cornbread by itself. It's just that good. So y'all give it a try too. Okay? See y'all next time. Bye.